In this video, we're going to talk about strings. What is a string and how can we create them in JavaScript? So first of all, strings are data type are used to represent text in JavaScript, and they are wrapped either in a single quote or a double quote. What is a single quote? So this is a single quote, and a double quote is this one. So let's create our first string in JavaScript. So if I did let my string equal to, oh my god, this is a string, no it's not, and let's print it. Run my program on the console, and as we see over here, this is a string. If I want to use the double quote, this one, there is no difference between those two at all. So if I want to try it, it's going to print the same thing. The only thing that you should be aware of is when you are writing a JavaScript file, please stick to one of them. This is one of the good practices we talk about in the previous videos. So if you use a single quote for a string, just please use it in the whole file. If you start with a double quote, just go with it and use it in the whole file. Let's look at different example about strings. So let greeting Uday is saying hi. As we see over here, JavaScript is already telling me that there is something wrong, but let me run the program in the console and let's see what kind of error we will get. So we get a problem over here, syntax error, unexpected identifier. So what's the problem? Basically, the single quote is a special character in JavaScript. And if we look at line number 8, we have an opening quote for a string, we have a closing quote for this string, and for the next one, we don't have an opening quote, and we have a close one. So basically, we created a problem over here. Why? Because single quote, again, is a special character in JavaScript. So how can I solve this kind of problem? One way of solving it is by using double quote on the outside and single quote in the inside. So if I try to run this piece of code, hopefully will not get any errors. Run, yep, it's working perfectly, and I'm getting my single quote over here. And if I want to stick with a single quote without using like a double quote on the outside, I can use the backslash character. What does a backslash character do? Basically, it turns a JavaScript, a special JavaScript character into a string. So JavaScript is not looking at this single quote as a special character anymore. It's looking at it as a string. So if I run this code, it's gonna work perfectly. One more thing. How can I know the data type of my variable? So in JavaScript, we have a built-in function called typeof. And if I did typeof greeting, but let me break down this line. So what this line is trying to do is tell me what is the data type of a variable greeting. So it should return me the data type. So if I print this line here, since we are creating a string, this line should return me a string, or the word string, like this is the data type. So if I run it in the console, I didn't save, string, as we see. So the data type of this variable is a string. If we want to look at another example, so if I say my number equal to number2, and then I ask JavaScript to tell me what is the data type of my number, it's going to say it is a number. That's it all about string, guys, and see you in the next video.